What up, people? What up? What up? What up? What is going on? How are you all doing? What is happening? Y'all know what time it is. It is Wind Down Wednesday. We are here to bring it to you, to talk to you about whatever's going on, whatever we're thinking about, or something that we've seen or heard or talked to someone about. So, anyway, with all of that being said, it's Wind Down Wednesday. Y'all know who I am. I'm Sandy. I'm sitting here with my girl.
Hey, it's Shanice. Y'all know what we do. We do this every single week. So make sure if you got an important subject that you want to talk about, that you message us or inbox us because we can talk about it for you. If you're too shy, you know, you want to remain anonymous, we respect that. That's fine. It's Wind Down Wednesday. We'd love to talk about whatever you'd like to. So, hey, sis, how is it? How's it going?
Real good, girl, real good. No complaints, none whatsoever. Just trying to enjoy life, just trying to live, the best that I can, which I think that's all we can even ask for. Life is good, God is good, it's all good. Pretty much happy. I'm happy with myself. I'm happy with where I am in life. So it's good. I'm not, I'm in a good place and I'm moving forward with some other things that I'm really excited about, which is why I'm so tired because it has me drained. Well, you know how it is when you're doing 50 million things at one time. So I'm doing three big major things at one time.
Ooh,
So, and it's
that'll take
very,
your energy. That'll take your energy.
baby, it's taking energy. It has took the energy, but I still got to bring the energy because no matter what it is and no matter what happens, you still got to push and you still got to live. And y'all know me. I think a lot of people know how I am. I just like to do, I like to live. I can't wait because tomorrow is not promised. So I
That is
gotta
for
live and I
sure.
gotta keep pushing and move forward. Thank you, Jesus, for grace and mercy, because had it not been for that, your sister girl wouldn't be here. But life is good. The family is good. It's all good. Just came back from California. My niece got married. So I was out there for a wedding, which was wonderful. It was beautiful. I'm excited. I was excited about it. But it was good. It was good. Good to get away. Went out there. Me and my sister flew out and came back. So it's been real, real, real good. So other than that, it was good. How's things with you, sis, and the fam?
Really good. Congratulations to you, to her, and hope things go very well.
Thank you very
You
much.
got in that California sun. I wish I
Yes,
would have
sir.
been
Yes, sir.
there.
It was raining, sis. It was raining
Oh,
in
that
Southern
sucks.
California. It rained for a day or so, like a day and a half or whatever. Um, so it's like, oh well, it is
Right.
what
It
it
is.
is.
Yeah, I'm great. The family's great. No complaints. Tired too, but you gotta keep moving. Gotta keep pushing. Um, as long as we able to say that we tired, because some people didn't make that. Then they don't have that availability to say. So definitely not complaining about anything. Just grateful for life and our these sunrises and sunsets because somebody
Yes,
didn't see the sunset as well. So
yes,
I don't have any complaints as well. I'm grateful. Staying busy, staying positive as I can. And speaking of not setting or not waking up or sleeping, rest in peace to Jesse Powell who
yeah.
passed away, which was so sad to me. I'm like,
Right.
dang, a day after his birthday. His
I
birthday was a
know.
Monday, and then he passed away yesterday. So it's just like, as exhausted or as tired as we may be, God still woke us up for a purpose.
Yes,
So
he did for a reason.
I'm grateful. Yeah.
Me too. You know, good to hear everybody's doing well on your side of the world. But I think it's important for people to realize and know is that you can't. Um, I mean, the Bible says, "Work well it is day," so when night cometh, no man can work. But at what point do you rest? It also said you need to rest too. So,
Yeah.
at what point do you rest? At what point do you relax? I have worked for a long time. Ever since I can recall working, I work. But at some point, you got to enjoy the fruits of your labor.
For
You
sure.
know, yes, I'm back to work. I'm working again, but I'm doing something that I love and I enjoy doing. But it's not going to consume. my whole life. It's not going to consume my time. So I'm good with, what I'm doing. And the best thing about it is you can come and go and quit and do whatever you want to at any given time. And that's what I like about it. It's like, because I don't have to do it. I do it because I want to do it. I do it because it's fun. It brings me some excitement and it's something to do.
And I feel like a lot of times we have to compartmentalize, our time and our space and say, what's important, what's primary, because I know a lot of people, excuse me, that work, 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 and you can work yourself to death, but are you gonna be able to enjoy, some of that time and some of those earnings, with family, with friends, with loved ones? Because at the end of the day, I mean, to just work yourself to death and have really nothing to show for it, but some dollar signs in the bank, it's really important to just be able
Right.
to spend time with family and make memories with people, make
Right.
memory with family, make memories with friends, because at the end of the day, that's all we have. And even those that are entrepreneurs, like, we can't be replaced, because especially if you're the person who started whatever business it is, like, you can lay the foundation and share your thoughts, and it'll be built on. But those a job will come, a job will go, and they'll replace you.
Yep.
So you have to make that time for yourself, for
You
rest,
do.
for play, for whatever. And it can't always be about you killing yourself working.
Exactly. I got two best friends and they love to work. That's all I know that they do. Both
Workaholic.
of them. That's all they do is work, and it's like, well, what do they'll ask me, what you doing tonight? What y'all doing tonight? Well, I ain't doing nothing. What you doing? Well, I got to go to work. I say, well, aren't you off today? Yeah, but I got to go to work. Well, then you ain't off.
Right.
At what point do you enjoy, and then you get frustrated with what's going on, what's happening around you, and then you get tired and you be like, oh, I can't wait to do this, or I can't wait to do that. But you don't have to do all of that. The choice is yours. We all got choices. And I have to pray for them every day, because every time I turn around, they working, their feet probably hurting. It's like, at what point do you just rest? You can rest. Find
You
one
gotta make
thing.
yourself. Yeah, you gotta make yourself, because I mean, it's easy for any of us to do it, really,
Yep.
to just
Yep.
continue to work, because we're like, ooh, this is gonna get me closer to this goal, or this is gonna
Yep.
get me closer to that, or oh, I need a little bit more money for this vacation. And it's understandable, but you gotta set limits on yourself.
Yep.
But you will wear yourself out. Like, mentally, we be strong, but
Yep.
physically, that body be like, if you don't lay your butt down, if you don't lay down, I'm quitting.
Yep. Exactly. Exactly. And then that was my, that, because that's what we talked about today. I was talking to one of them today, and he was saying how he has observed somebody work, working around him, and they got so many credit cards that it's just like they're working. It appears that they're working to pay this credit card, but as soon as you get the credit card, you got another credit card over here. So the interest gets so high in paying your credit cards that it's like, what are you working for? You're working
You
to pay off a
working,
credit card.
robbing Peter to pay Paul, and
Yeah.
Paul ain't gonna never get paid.
What's up,
Hey,
AJ?
AJ,
What's
thanks
up?
for tuning
Thanks
in.
for tuning in. So it's like, and he was like, I never let my credit card get to a certain amount, because I don't want to pay the interest. I refuse to pay the interest on that credit card or a credit card. And I get that, but
Right.
you're working to try to keep up with somebody else, or try to have what somebody else have. Then how are you in life getting ahead? How is that getting you and your family ahead? I can't see it.
It's a double-edged sword. You killing yourself.
Yep.
And speaking of that, we talk about moving and grooving and doing things. We're talking about aging, and how can you age gracefully if you're working yourself to death and you starting to look like what you're
Right.
doing.
Right.
I read a comment earlier, said, what did it say? It said, when you're first born, you look like your parents. But when you pass away, you look like what you've been through, or you look like, whatever it is that, you've allowed to consume you. And I'm like, that's crazy.
It is crazy. And then, because I'm working and I showed somebody a picture of somebody and they was like, "Hey, how old are they?" So I told them how old the person was. He was like, "Oh my Lord Jesus, they look way older than what their picture is." And I was like, I mean, I don't know. Maybe they need to drink more water. I don't know. But I said, I don't know. I can't tell you why they look so old, but I think it's because, and like you said, we try to age gracefully. It would be nice to age gracefully, but stress brings about a lot of things. Now, I used to work my bonds off. I used to bury myself in work when I was in law enforcement. Oh, I used to work. I mean, work. There was years that had went. I went a stretch of years of working a job, getting off that job, going to another job, getting off at 11 o'clock or however, whatever time, coming home, taking a shower, only to repeat that cycle over and over and over again, only because that it was some stressful times and some things that was going on that I felt like I buried myself in that, but yet and still I needed to do it because there are some things that I was trying to do or needed to do or had to do. So I knew I could do it if I worked as much as I did. But then on the flip side, not knowing, it was killing me, you
Right.
know, mentally and physically, definitely physically, because we stood up a lot. As law enforcement, we stand up a lot. There are times you cannot sit down.
Yeah.
It's hard to sit down because you can't sit down because of the things that's going on around you. But it really, it tore me to pieces mentally and physically. But I did it because I felt like at the time it was something that I needed to do and wanted to do and had to do, not
Yeah.
realizing, not really, because
Right.
we can manage what we do and while we're working. We can
Right.
manage it. And I could have managed it a little bit more better. And I do believe that back then it was so much going on. Like we was talking about being stressful and aging gracefully. It was so much going on. And then I'm trying to work with all of the stress that was going on around me, because there are some major things that was happening in my life back then when I was working so much. I don't work to be working like that. I never worked to um
Just be working.
have fun or just to
Right.
be doing it. There was a reason and a purpose for me working. But so when I did that, it caused extra stress on top of the other stress that I had, which is the reason why I got sick, because I got sick during that time. So it's like we have to, we pick and choose.
Yeah.
And here's what I say too. That was back then, so I'm good now. But no man wants me if I'm sickly. No woman wants a man if he's sickly, and broke down. Nobody wants that. You want
Right.
somebody that you can deal with or do better with or whatever. But hey, when you do things, you got to figure out how you want to do them in order for you to age I mean,
In a graceful
I mean,
manner. That's
very,
right. Yes, because I'm the same with you. When I was younger, being an entrepreneur, standing up behind a chair, long hours when I was young, I did that. My kids were younger. Because again, when you don't know, at that point you think that's what you gotta do because you think it's going to get you to a certain focal point or a certain place and space. And aging gracefully to me is not just how you look, it's in the mind as well, it's the mindset as
absolutely
well. So the thought process then is not the same thought process as now, because time, experiences, things have happened, that teach you like, okay, wait a minute, hold on. I got to take care of this. I'm not gonna have this forever. I'm not gonna have this type of energy all the time. And so
right.
you have to be a little bit more mindful agent, when it comes to age, as far as gracefully in your thought process on, okay, I want to age gracefully. I want to have fun. I still want to, work and make ends meet and things of that sort. But I don't want to spend my whole life. That's just all I do. All I'm worrying about is robbing Peter to pay Paul. That's not. I mean, mentally, that's not aging gracefully. But when you're
No,
young, when you're younger, you don't and you don't know that. You know, you learn that over time. And
right.
so that causes you and helps you to be able to kind of slow down, take a step back to be able to age gracefully. I mean, some people they live hard at first and they get the lesson. Some people they live hard, they never get the lesson, they just keep living hard. You know, something has to shake you and say, make you say, "Hey, wait a minute, hold on." You know us. We are we're spiritual. We love God and the things in His Word we believe. So it's like if He's saying He gonna take care of us. You know, we have to know that that's the case. Now, I ain't saying just lay around and be a bum. I'm definitely not saying that,
No,
but we can't overdo it in no aspect. Nothing's ever good when you overdo it. Whether it's you're eating, drinking, working, sleep, none of it. You know,
right.
everything has to be in moderation, and
Yes.
that's something you learn. That's a part of the aging gracefully process.
Yep. Because I tell, I tell my sister all the time because I think she overdoes it a lot. I think that she does too much and she doesn't have to. You know, she's one of those individuals that's worked a lot and has worked all her life, that's, been successful. She does not have to do what she does. So my thought process to her is, why are you doing this? Because you don't have to. You don't have no kids. So why are you working so hard and doing the things that you're doing? Because you really don't have to, because you don't need to. Not and not saying that she looks old or anything, but you know how you look at people and you can tell by someone's walk, or you can tell when they get up out of a chair, or you can hear them slightly moan and groan. At what point do you not want to do that? Do you want to just, because don't get it twisted. I had them days where I pop up out the chair and it's like, oh my God, my back hurt, my leg hurt, my knee hurt. That-
And what they say, don't get old. Don't get old.
don't get
Everything
old.
popping and hurting and sore.
Exactly. And
Yes.
everything can hurt on me. I mean, I could sleep in my bed a certain way and get up and my body is certain, my back is certain, but that's because I slept in an uncomfortable way. So
You're right.
I think that we can control a lot of things we do in life. We can, but it's a choice. And
Yeah,
aging gracefully, I feel can be a choice. It can be a choice.
that's true.
It's all about how you take care of yourself and what you do in the midst of taking care of yourself. I mean, when I say age gracefully, okay, let's look at Queen, what's her name? Elizabeth.
Elizabeth, yes, the
I mean,
second,
she
yes.
was 90 something years old and she was
Woo!
still pushing it. She was still moving. She was
Moving,
still,
yes.
doing whatever she needed to do as the queen. So it's like, can we get to that point? How can we get to that point where, yeah, we know what we got to do. Yeah, we know, but along with that, she had mass help.
Yeah, that's another thing that we don't do. We don't call on our help. We're so overly independent sometimes that we feel like we don't need the help. I got this. But sometimes you just gotta say, baby, I can't do this by myself. Can you please assist me? You know what I mean? Like you don't know how many years you're knocking off your life by just asking for help. It could just be with one specific project. It don't have to be everything in your life. But sometimes we just fight that urge, like, nah, I gotta get this done. If I ask for help, then that's gonna be me being,
Right.
not strong enough to take care of it. Like, no, please ask for help, please. And I just feel like we're not put here alone, and I don't mean that in a companion um aspect. I just mean that if you're doing something and you need assistance and you need help, call on somebody to help. Okay?
Nothing wrong with it. Nothing.
Nothing. We need each other.
We do. But here, with that being said, too, because here's my thing with that, and you're saying that. Here's my thing. Okay, so I need help. You see, I need help. Do I really necessarily have to ask you for that help if you see I need it?
True. That's another, yeah. True.
I mean, because I worry, not saying I worry. I could worry because I know I need the help. I know I need the help. And you can see I need the help. But then it's like, so if I ask you to help me, I ask you because I need that
I
help.
really need it. Yes.
I mean, and then if you don't come through, then I'm back to worrying about, well, how am I going to get it done? Because I know I got to get it done, but I need, who am I going to call? You know?
But then not just that also. But then now, since I am called and you haven't came, now I feel like I can't even call you anymore. I can't even call on you to help me no more because you never came when I called before. So I can't even assume that you would.
Which is more stress, because if that person feels like they can't depend on you and call on you to do something, now they're stressful. It's another stressful situation. Now you got to figure out who can you get, because
Exactly.
you and I know we can't depend on everybody. We can't count on everybody to get it done or to do it, because you can ask over and over and over and over again, and it still don't get done. And then next thing you know, it's like, well, you didn't ask me for help. Well, I did 2 months ago.
Right. Forget it now.
You may not remember, but I asked you 2 months ago. So,
right.
I mean, there's a lot of reasons
Factors.
and variables and ways and factors that play into that aging gracefully, because if I got a flat tire, and I don't have AAA, who can I call? And I know I need some help. I know I need it.
Right.
Who am I going to call to come help me change that tire, get that tire done? But if I don't
but not just calling them, knowing that they're gonna show up.
Knowing they're gonna show up. But that's stressfulness. That's the stress, that extra stress that you don't really need in your life. You don't really need it. If you can avoid some of the stress so you can age gracefully, like Queen Elizabeth, she was 90-some years old.
Listen.
And she was still kicking it, until but I do believe that her husband passed away, that, life without him for her was very difficult. But
and in that capacity, with so much weight on your shoulders, you have to keep moving. Because I mean, I've talked to a lot of older people, and they say they keep moving because if they don't keep moving, they're gonna die.
They're gonna die.
And so, I understand.
I mean, I get it too, because I did not retire to sit still, stay in the house,
do nothing,
to get big. Not saying that I would have gained weight or to be out of shape or whatever. I did not retire to do that. I retired to enjoy myself. I retired to enjoy life, not to have so much stress on my life. So 2.5 years from now, when I turn 60, I pray that I'm still looking the same, acting the same, and being the same. But who knows? God is good. What's going on, Thomas?
Hey, Thomas, thanks for coming in.
Everyone can't call me, but the ones that know, it's only one call, and I'm there. If you're part of my circle, I'm checking on you. And then
that's what I'm talking about.
And that's what you should do. And that's a good friend. That's a good mate.
And that's how you help each other age gracefully. Okay.
Yes. And then your life and your friend's life or your person's life will be much more happier. The smile will be on your face instead of frowning. Some people have frowned so much in life that it's like the frowns are it's
a permanent thing. It's permanent. So it took over.
There it is. You're right. It's permanent. It has taken over. It's taken over the other wrinkles. I don't know. I mean, but I don't know. But you definitely can tell. So my thing is to try to have as less stress. When my niece was here, her grandmother used to tell her when they were growing up, she said her grandmother told her, don't let the grass grow under your feet. Because if you let grass grow under your feet, that means you're standing in the same.
You ain't moving
too long. You ain't moving, and you're not doing anything. Are you trying to do anything, or you want to stay in that same?
That's old school. That's old school wisdom right there.
Old school wisdom.
Some people will not catch it. You got to wind it back to get it.
And then my thing too is, because I'm and another thing, that's old school, that's down south. Um, don't you only come around this way once. So whatever you do it well.
Yeah.
And
Yeah.
try not to do it with regrets.
Right.
Easier said than done.
Yeah.
So
I just always say, at the end of the day, you just got to put your best foot forward, put your best effort forward, and not feel or be controlled by negative things. So if you're doing your best, that's basically all you can do. If you're doing nothing at all, I mean, you're gonna see those results too, which is gonna be nothing. But doing your best, and we all gonna have some form of stress in our life. But if it's something that, if it's control what you can, you know what I'm saying? I can't worry about what's going to happen tomorrow because
right.
I don't know what's going to happen in the next 40 minutes. I don't know what's going to happen in the next 10 minutes, next 5 minutes. So let me just enjoy these moments, this moment right now, instead of putting that extra stress on myself about what's going to happen tomorrow. And so I think a lot of times we're not stopping the clock, but we're aging ourselves, not allowing ourselves to age gracefully because we just stress out over things that we know we can't control anyway. I can't control the weather. We want it to be sunny tomorrow, but that don't mean it's going to be. So
Right.
why stress out? Why stress out? Say, dang, I wish, I hope, I pray it be sunny tomorrow. Like, and if it's not, that's okay. You be the sun. You just got to change your mindset, have a different perspective on things, but don't allow things to control you or take over you or stress you that you ain't got no control over. Do your best with it and give it to God after that. Like, that's my thing. And again, like you said, it's easier said than done, but the more you practice that, the easier it'll become.
And I agree, because the more, and you said it, you just said it right there. If you practice doing things a certain way, and it's not like really practice, if you're consistent with what you do, it's going to become a habit. And once that habit hits, habits are hard to break. And there are times where people don't want to break that stressful habit. They want to maintain that stressfulness in their life because that's the only way they can operate. They can only operate under stress. They can only operate under worry. They can only operate when they feel like they have got to be in control. But you ain't aging gracefully by doing all of that, because that is entirely too much on one's mental and physical state. I mean, we look at obesity in Ohio is big. And for what reason? You can't blame obesity on food all the time. There are other reasons why. It's stress causes obesity. I mean, I don't know. It's hard for me to explain, but you have to figure out what you want to do in life and just do it. And this is one thing that I have learned over the last 12 years of my life, 12 now, 12, that I am going to do the very best I can to be happy and not be that old, wrinkle up, nasty attitude, stank little, not smiling person. I am not going to do that. I'm going to do the very best I can to make sure that I keep a smile on my face, and the smile on my face will rub off on somebody else, because I'm trying to be consistent with what I do. Period.
Yeah, there you have it. I mean, consistency does pay off, and I mean, again, it's just a mindset. It's just a change of mindset. You allow things to control you, then they will. You know, and you stress out about something you can't control, then you'll be stressed out. I mean, and that'll continue. And if you're okay with that, then you go age, but not in the way in the manner that you want to. You go have so many other ailments and things that come upon you because sickness inside, obviously it has to come out somehow.
Yep.
And so yeah, don't age gracefully. Control what you can. Worry about what you can control. Do your best. I mean, we're giving you some key points here. That's how you age gracefully, by just doing your best, trying to treat people right, hydrate, of course, you
Hi.
know, have balance, have positive people that's gonna pour positive into you, so that you're so around that so much that now you're speaking it to others, So we are a product of our environment. So if you're always around negative, then that's what you're gonna be,
Yep.
you know. That's just how it goes. And negative people, they don't age well at all. They don't fully.
No, they don't. They do not age gracefully. And then it's like, I love my friends. I love being around my friends because we laugh, we cry, we talk, but we laugh so much more than we cry and that we're sad all the time. My friends are crazy. And being crazy and having fun and keeping a smile on your face or in your life, it makes a difference with how you age. I mean, if you keep happy people around you, then your life is going to be pretty much happy, and there won't be much stress in your life, and you will age gracefully. But when you're around negative Nancy and negative, that's all they got to say is complain, 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 or I can't do this because I got to do that. I can't do this. Then where is the fun in your life? Where is the fun in your life?
There is none. Hey Tracy, thanks for tuning
Up,
in.
Tracy.
Yeah, there is none. I mean, I want to continue to age gracefully and drink my water and try to be positive. Now I tell you, to be quite honest, we all have an off day. But if we have a great circle, then we pick each other up, because everybody in our circle will have an off day, but they don't have to stay in that place. You know what I mean? Like, okay, you have an off day, I'm gonna be their friend and say, hey, you have an off day, let me pull you out of that place. Or, and then when I'm having an off day, then I get another friend to say, hey, you usually up. What's wrong? Like, let's get you back,
Right.
So you have to, be around people that where you're gonna constantly in that circle be replenishing each other
Yep.
in order to be able to age gracefully. Because you're bouncing stuff off of them, they're bouncing stuff off of you, different perspective, come from different walks of life. Like, that's needed.
It is. And my thing is, if you got people that's been around you for years, I mean, for years, they know you. They pretty much know you. Sometimes they may know you better than you know your own self. They can look at a situation and see if that situation you're in is good for you or not. You know, once again, stress will cause so much illness with one's physical appearance, their physical internal spirits, and those internal spirits will come out externally at some point, because you are just not trying to live in that peaceful space. And we have to realize you cannot do it all by yourself. You absolutely positively need some help. And sometimes people reach out and they have the wrong people that come in their life, the people that don't help. But then by the time you realize it, it's too late, because they done got you already. They done got you. They done did whatever they needed to do. And then you left to rags, and you really stressed.
They done messed you up. They done messed you. They done drained the blood out of you, literally. Like, they
And
jacked you out here.
I cut people off. I don't need that kind of person in my life. Draining. I'm here to help you, and you're here to help me at some point. I don't need you sucking, me with everything. I don't need that. I don't like the negative piece. Sometimes I have to distance myself from people, from individuals, because I do want to age gracefully. I got 2 more years before I'm 60, and I'm trying to make sure I maintain the look, or whatever, the feel and the look, So I mean, life is good. Life is good. God is good. It's all good. But it's like, at what point? At what point At
Your
what?
energy is so important, and you have to restore your energy because we all get our energy is depleted, on a daily basis from whatever it is that we may have going on, whatever we may be helping somebody else with, etc. So we have to be able to replenish that, you know.
Right.
Um, and that's a part of that being knowledgeable and accepting, okay, everybody in your life is not going to always be there. People are in your life for certain seasons. Some people are there for longer seasons than others. The quicker that we retain that, understand that, respect that, the easier things can be. Because a lot of times we hold on to people um for friendships or for whatever, and they're changing and we're changing. And so it doesn't always fit, and it's nothing personal. It's just that's just how it goes. That's just how it is. And
Right.
so a new season causes for changes. Changes happen. And that's okay. And so we have to learn how to embrace those changes and make them positive instead of looking at them from a negative viewpoint. So,
Yeah.
everybody that's your friend right now today, in 6 months, they may or may not be your friend. If you got 6 friends, they might 6 still be there. It might be 2 of them that's gone. Then God
Right.
might replace 2 more. That's okay.
It is.
It's all right.
It is
Still
perfectly
check on
fine.
them later on down the line. Y'all might not be as close, but you'll still respect them. They respect you. But
Yeah.
things happening, you have to keep moving. We have to keep learning. We have to keep growing. Otherwise you're dead. You
Yep.
die.
DED. That's what I said. You ain't DEAD. You're DED. You're dead. But my thing is, like you just said, you can have a friendship for 5 years and all of a sudden something happens and you're no longer friends. I mean, it's just sometimes you have to let people go because they are draining. They drain you mentally and physically. They drain you. So sometimes you have to let them go. But then there are people that don't understand that you are a part of their life and they're part of yours for a reason, and maybe for a season or maybe for a lifetime. But you have to figure out where that person is going to fit in your life. I have friends, like I said, they'll look at me and they'll see something and they'll say something and it's like, oh, I don't like that person, or I don't think that person is good for you. I don't think that person should be in your life. You need to watch that person because once again, people see things that you don't see, and you got a lot of stress going on. They can see that in you that you don't even realize that they're seeing. So I'm just trying to live my life and age gracefully as much as I possibly can. Life is too short. If I can do it today, I'll do it because tomorrow I may not be here to do it. And I don't want nobody saying, well, she did, da, da, da. No, she lived her life the way she wanted to. I can't wait. You can't wait. We got to do it now, or we ain't gonna be able to do it at all.
And that's what's important, to me when I think about aging gracefully, is just the mark that you leave on people. Is it one that's a positive, or is it one that's negative? Like,
Right.
you know, if I was asked, or you was asked about me, like, what would you say about me? What do you have that's a memory that's a positive? Like, I don't want a bunch of people to remember me in a negative aspect. Like,
Right.
that's not fun. That's not okay. We all make mistakes and do things, but I don't want to be remembered for being, a hellraiser, or,
Right.
a negative Nancy, or, just all the wrong things,
Right.
because that's not our purpose here in life. And,
No.
now another thing is people aren't finding out what their purpose are, so they're not going to be able to age gracefully because they just running through life. However, there's
They don't
no,
know.
yeah, not, so you do not, better, you do better, so I mean, that's what they say. Not everyone chooses that, but I don't have time for that.
For someone to ask me at my age, what do I want in life? What do I expect? And if I tell them what I want and what my expectations are, then that's what I want because I want that for myself. But if someone asked me that question and I can't tell them, or I say I don't know, what is going on in my life that is so stressful or so worrisome that I can't tell you what I want. What is going on that you can't explain or stress what you want in life? Period. I know what I want in life. I trust me. I know what I want in life.
I
Um,
know that's right.
and I don't have a problem with explaining it or expressing what I want in life. But the thing is, everybody can't always give you what you want. There are times you got to go get it yourself.
You have to go get it. There's some trials and errors. There's some things that you have to, get through, go through. I mean, in order to obtain whatever it is, so that once you get it, you'll always hold it as valuable.
Yep.
Some people, knock down goals. Oh, I got it now. So I've arrived. There's no big thing. Like, no, that's when it's snatched away from you. So it's just the little things, and the older you get, the more that makes sense to you.
It
You know,
should.
a younger generation, Lord have mercy, Jesus. We're gonna keep praying for them.
Got to.
But aging gracefully and getting older, you realize that time is something that money cannot replace.
At all. And I had said to somebody before that my probably, my better days or my good days are in my past. I mean, I had some great days. I had some wonderful days. Those days are in my past. So what's to come? Is it better? Is it going to be better? I don't know, because tick tock, tick tock, tick tock. I am.
Yes, they are go. Yes, it's gonna be better because we know that we don't have a lot of time.
We
When
don't.
you're younger, you don't think that way. You like, girl, I'm 18. I got for forever. You think
Yep.
40 is old. You know what
Yep.
I'm saying? And then when you get 40, you like, wait a minute, hold on. 40 ain't old at all. But
Right.
I know that I ain't got the time on my clock that I felt like I had at 18.
Exactly.
So you maneuver through life a little bit different.
And
There's a different respect.
it is. And I know I had some good days behind me, great days. But what's to come, and how is it coming? And it's only going to come if I age gracefully and try not to stress and just do it when I can and just don't worry about it. Let it flow. Take it one day at a time and let it
Yes,
flow.
Lord. Yes,
Let it
Lord.
flow.
And Lord, we're gonna be fine while we do it.
Yes, yes. Yes, gonna look good while we do it. But, one thing that I try to do, I do try to take care of myself mentally and physically.
Yes.
I don't want negativity in my life. I don't want it around me. Don't bring me that garbage because I'm not trying to hear it, because it ain't good. It ain't healthy for you. The bird bringing you some garbage. I'm not trying to eat it. I'm not trying to hear it. I'm trying to live my life accordingly. Keep that smile on my face and try to keep a smile on somebody else's face and just keep it moving. I mean, I want
Right.
to age gracefully. And I think at the age that I am, I have aged gracefully. I have, but it's because at a certain point, I had to let go of the stress that was causing my body some physical harm. So it's all up to the individual on how they want to age. It really is. It really is. It
For
really is.
sure. For sure.
I mean, if you realize that you need to lose some weight because your knees are hurting, because at 50, nobody should be pushing you around in a wheelchair because you can't walk or you can't move, or it happens. It does happen. But we don't have to live like that. We don't
Right. You
have
don't have
to
to
do that.
settle for that when
Yeah.
when you know there's something else that can be done, be a part of the journey of it happening, of it getting done.
Because you
'Cause
do want to age
we all
gracefully.
we all go get older, we all go And
Baby,
some
we
are
all
gonna be
old.
better. Some are gonna be moving better than others. And a lot of it's gonna maybe health. Some of it's gonna be choice. But either way, you have to make the best of it because
You
it's
do.
it's gonna be your situation. It's gonna be what it is. But I like to be up, active, moving, not overdoing it because I have overdone it. But being engaged and having fun and resting as well.
Yes.
The balance of both. And especially hydration. Hydration is definitely key. So water, water,
Definitely
water. Drink your water.
drink or kombucha because I'm
Oh,
on
okay. Yeah,
that
she got
kombucha.
her kombucha going.
Yep. And then my thing is, like, if I drink, it's wine. I'll drink some wine, or once in a while I'll drink a Tito's and lemonade. But then
Yeah,
what you can do and not do.
that's
So
right. And you
um
can't let somebody else push you on what those limits are. Because at the end of the day, guess who's gonna pay for it? You are.
exactly. You
So,
video.
you can't drink at 18 like you can at 45 or like the body handles things differently as we do age. Hey, Cedric, thanks for
Hey
tuning
Cedric,
in.
thanks a bunches. Thank you. But my thing is, it's like you can age gracefully with somebody. Your partner can help you age gracefully. Your whoever they are, you, your mate. I mean, your husband, your wife. Whatever it is. Companionship, good companionship, positive companionship helps you age
Yeah,
gracefully.
for sure.
A happy marriage can help you age gracefully. Not just one person, both people.
Yep.
Because I've seen it with other people that's been married 30, 40 years, and they don't even look. I was like, "Dad, you've been married that long?" And it's
Right.
like, but yes, they have. They know how to deal with it. They know how to manage it, and they accept it and keep it moving. I'm telling you, I'm at a different place in my whole entire life. And I call it right now, I'm calling it Project Sandy.
Go ahead, girl.
Project Sandy.
Hey, and I feel like this every day that God allow us to wake up is another day for us to work on our personal project,
Yes.
which is self.
Which is self. And I think self happiness, I don't, people just angry people. Why are people so angry?
I'm gonna tell you why. That phone. We don't live in the moment anymore. Everything's, we don't live in a moment. We don't live in a time where you just out and you're enjoying nature and the great outdoors, without somebody always keeping tabs on you, always having to call you or always knowing where you are, um, etc. So a lot of that plays a part on how we're aging as well.
Right.
That screen time and having that phone glued to our hand all the time instead of actually getting out here and talking to people face to face instead of, oh, I just text you or getting on the phone. How many people can say that they know at least 4 phone numbers by heart? you know
Exactly.
we got to do things that keep our mind working like we used to back in the day before we got this phone. Memorize 4 people's number. That's what we go. That's what I'll tell you this week. Memorize 4 people's number. Don't look at their name or their little picture on your phone and just touch it. Memorize their number.
Yep.
We got to keep our brain active outside of just our thumbs scrolling. And that's a key piece that's missing on why a lot of people are not aging gracefully. Because we ain't out here just enjoying life. We're always being monitored, or it's always something when it comes to the social platform.
Yep. And like I said, I'm working on 3 major things in my life. 3. And the thing about it is I am managing how I operate with each one of them. But it is not consuming my life because
Yeah,
I pick and choose how I maneuver and how I make it work for me. So it's not stressful. So I can age gracefully.
yes, you have to. I mean,
So,
I just feel like we just and the times are just so different. That people are so much more ungrateful and feel that so much is owed to them instead of just us just being happy with simple things, you know. I mean, when the last time you seen somebody have a picnic in the park? When the last time you took yourself to the park and just had a picnic? You know what I mean? Like old fashioned stuff like that. It sounds super dated, but it's fun and it's needed. Like your
Right.
mind needs it, your eyes need it, your body needs it, your spirit needs it. You know, we have to do different things to get different results.
Exactly. And it's all for the betterment of ourselves, our minds, bodies, and souls. Um, it's life is just too short to not enjoy it.
Y'all better take a bike ride, take a walk. I don't care if it's to one corner and back. Stuff we used to do back in the day, like put your phone down, put it on vibrate, turn it off, leave it in the house, do a puzzle, mix it up, go back to what we know, especially if you're in your 40s and your 50s, go back to what you know.
Yep.
Sprinkle that a little bit in here with this new generation. And I'm telling you, it's definitely going to help you age gracefully. Because it's going to allow you to get back to being grateful and more conscious of just not just your surroundings, but just life, period.
Yep.
You got to tap back into being in real life, in real time.
Because I'm thankful, I'm grateful, I'm very appreciative for what I have and what I've worked for. I'm appreciative to all of my friends that have input a whole lot of positivity into my life along the way over the years, you know, and that stood by my side and they're still standing by my side and still see, you know, what could be better or what I can do better or what I can do differently. I definitely appreciate those people, but everybody can't say that, you know. Friends, I say it all the time. That is not a word or something that I use lightly or loosely. If you are my friend, you are my friend. And I don't need to tell nobody who my friends are. You know, you're my friend. I ain't got to go into no details. You know, you're my friend. If I don't talk to you in 2 years, you know, you are my friend because I know how we operate and I know how things went and I know how they are going. If I don't talk to you in a year or 5 or 6 months, if I pick up that phone and I say, "Hey, Terrence Forte, thanks for tuning in." If I say, "Forte, I need blah," X, guess what? Forte is my friend, and I know he's going to be there. I know he's going to be there. I was just asking a friend of mine today on the phone with him today. Very close friend. Been knowing him for what, 25 plus years. Asked him today. I said, now I know, and he's married, been married for years. I said, now I know if I come to you and say, "Hey, I need $2,000. I'll get it." But this is the thing though. Here's the important piece in this. He's gonna let his wife know. He's gonna let his wife know because his wife is my friend too. He's gonna let his wife know, "Hey, Tuck need this money. And I need to, yeah, that's my girl, and she our family, and blah, 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 blah." Guess what his wife gonna say? No problem. Because that is how friends work. I'm not a friend that I'm having a cookout today. Can you come over? Or what you doing? Stop by. That's not, no, no. I mean, those are associates. That's what I call them. What you say, Forte? You know it.
Hey, that's for sure. And that's definitely important to have. So a lot of us need to just reevaluate who we got around us, and it will help us to better recognize how we need to gauge the age of gracefully piece, because as you get older, it's very important.
Very.
So yeah, it's that time, y'all. We came to the point of the show where we got to give our positive quotes. Always check our Facebook page, Tuck Radio, for any events that we may have going on. A lot of times we try to talk about them during the show, but not all the time do we get to it. So charge it to our head, not our hearts. But definitely go to the Tuck Radio page. If you haven't liked it, like it. We're on Facebook. We're also on YouTube, so you can run this back. You can have a little discussion with your friends. all that. You can jump in our
Your
inbox and say,
friends.
hey, I
Your
want
friends.
to your friends. Notice how I said friends.
Your friends.
You can jump in the inbox and say, hey, I want to talk about this. We will talk about it. So my positive quote is just aging gracefully. That's what we talked about, right? So think about or reevaluate those around you that are helping to be a part of your graceful aging.
Graceful aging is what she said, because we want to age gracefully. We want to make sure that what we're doing is it's good, not just for us, not just good for our whole mind, body, and soul, but good for those that are around us. Because I'm telling you, trust me when I tell you, positive energy rubs off, and it rubs off all the time. Negative energy does too, but that negative energy can definitely kill your soul. At the end of the day, smile a while, be happy, do like sis said, make sure you check on somebody, at least learn 4 people's number by heart. That means that's your friend, because you know their number. You ain't even got to look it up, you ain't got to Google it or nothing. That's your friend. So at the end of the day, be happy. Whatever you do, age gracefully and try not to stress so much, because it is not good for you. And drink lots of water.
For
So
sure.
y'all know me, positive in, positive out. And it is always better to give than it is to receive. And we out here. We'll see you next week.
See you next Wednesday.
Hey, and don't watch don't be watching that Queen Elizabeth wedding, because funeral. Why do we do that? We say wedding and we say funeral. If it's a funeral, if it's a wedding, we say funeral. If it's a funeral, we say wedding. But, you know,
y'all know what we're talking about. The funeral.
You know what we
It'll be about 17 hours.
Yeah, do something positive. Don't watch that all day long, because some people be caught up in that and they'll be watching anyway. Anyway, it's always better to give than it is to receive. And we'll see you
You got